It is time, Neil, to change the channel and talk about you.
Oh, okay.
So, first things first, everybody at home, Mr. Neil over here. Actually, remember Chris Gomez would always call you Mr. Neil, wouldn't he? Mr. Neil.
Mr. Neil.
Hey, Mr.
Yeah.
Neil. Shout out to Chris Gomez.
Shout
out.
Neil.
Chris just graduated college, or something.
He did a thing. I don't remember exactly what it was, but I don't.
Yeah. Congratulations, Chris.
We're very proud of you.
Very, very excited for what's coming next.
He's got grit and stick-to-itiveness. Now, but Neil, this is the real question: is when I met you, you were an actor. What made you want to kind of reinvent yourself from an actor into more of a director and producer
and writer?
Well, maybe getting my first producing credit on what was it, Darth and something Strike Back?
Nice.
2000.
The contest
two.
The contest too, but
Mike and Darth Strike Back.
Yeah.
Mike and Darth Strike Back.
I was Mike. Michael is short. Michael is long for Mike.
I think realizing how easy it is to get a producing credit on IMDb, and suddenly you're a producer. Perhaps that
you earned it.
I was like, I don't know what I did on this, and then I see Ryan's got all these credits, and I'm like, what is Ryan doing on all these projects? Like,
boom up.
So maybe Ryan, you had a little piece of that because so to speak, and I was like, all right, well, Ryan's a actor producer, but I truthfully, and actually that was semi-true, but I was in an acting school, and they had a 48-hour film festival for the actors, and we signed up as a group, and I had a camera because my wife had a camera, my girlfriend at the time, so they said, all right, you got a camera, you're the director. And I said, I don't know how to direct just because I'm a white dude with a beard. I don't know how to work that thing. I don't know. Actually, I tried to do a photo shoot with her once, and the thing kept turning off because it had the automatic turn off, and then I couldn't get it back on. And then she was like, I think I made a mistake dating this guy.
Now she's like, impressed. You're an automatic turn off, buddy.
So I did it, and I did this Twilight Zone inspired thing that wasn't that great, but it wasn't bad either. And I said, you know, I could probably do this. You know, it doesn't seem that you just point the camera and you like have a vision. And of course, it's much harder than that. But it's also as easy as that when you're starting. So I just made a lot of crap on my own, and they usually generally got better. And then I found I really liked it. And I feel like I have some control over it. Whereas acting, you're always like up to the whims of whoever hires you or auditioning. And it can be very difficult, Ryan, as you know, to deal with all that uncertainty. And writing your own stuff and directing gives you some degree of certainty. Although when you're trying to do bigger projects, it's harder because there's a lot more moving parts. But when you're shooting stuff on your own, you know, you just go out there and do it, and you made something.
Yeah. So have you always been a control freak or what? No, sorry. What were you saying, Michael?
I was gonna ask, do you edit all your own stuff too, and how'd you get into editing?
Yeah, well, maybe as you know, especially when you're starting out, nobody's gonna edit your stuff for you. I mean, it's time, you know, it's like, unless you're gonna pay them, then they'll edit. But when you're starting out, it's like you're on your own, buddy. You better learn how to do that, and it takes time. So I just learned it, and then I did edit my own stuff for a while until I started paying people who were better than me to do it. So the last two movies I had, I think yeah, I think the last two I've had an editor, right? Or I always have somebody like look at it who's an editor and they tell me what they think. But I'm glad I did learn it because I think it's one of the most important skills for a filmmaker and a writer to know is how to edit, because then you know, you can see the movie in your head, you know what you need, you know what's going to get cut. I find that to be very helpful to know.
But is it difficult to hand over control of your project to an editor who might have a different vision that you had as a writer and a director? You know, sometimes they can make it better, but it can be difficult to hand over that kind of control.
I don't find it difficult at all because you still have the control. Like you still, you can be like, you know what, that sucks. Let's go back to the way I wanted it. So the only, you know, to me, there's no downside. Like either they come up with something awesome that you didn't expect, which I always do. I'm always like, do it your way. I don't like just do it and see what you come up with. And they always come up with stuff you never thought of. And if it doesn't work, you can be like, you know what, let's go back to the way I was thinking it. So yeah, I've never really had an issue with that at all. Although I would have an issue if the producer, like a guy like Ryan, comes in there and he's like,
I'm walking around, hey,
big shot, this ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to cut this whole scene, and if you know, then I would listen. I would be like, all right, if it makes it better, great. But if they're like, and that's the bottom line,
that's the terrible twos.
that I would probably have a harder time with.
Yeah, but that doesn't sound like a good advice anyway, because you can always just not include it if you shot it and it's terrible. You can just not include it in the final cut. So
yeah.
My thing would just be just to shoot it all and then sort it out later.
God, I do that, Neil, 4 times and you won't let me forget it. Jeez, in one day. Anyway, real quick, Neil, who is your biggest directorial influence? I know.
Directorial.
You can't say Guillermo del Toro.
Or Quentin Tarantino.
Okay, definitely. I mean, I love Tarantino, but I don't have his style. I am closer to Guillermo's style. But if I can't say Guillermo,
no, you can. I was just joking because you've got the picture of Doug Jones in the back.
No, I know.
I thought you were just saying it because he doesn't have the right accent to say it.
Guillermo. I like John Carpenter and I like Guillermo. I think Carpenter's movies are always kind of like fun, and even if they're horror, there's this underlying like excitement to them and fun to them. And Guillermo I like because he's just combining so many different things to tell his stories, and he borrows from so many different places, and it's all to add to this like singular effect that he tries to create with his movies, and I think he does it really well. So I think those two are probably my 2 biggest personal influences.
Well, now, everybody at home, Neil's got all kinds of really cool movies that you can watch for free right now. Check him out in the description box below on his YouTube channel and all of his goodies. Dude, good stuff. Very interesting, scary short films, hilarious things. It's just great. You're going to love it, guys. And it's free, so go enjoy it. And he wins awards and stuff. Goes into film festivals and wins stuff. So check it out.
Go check it out and then give him an award.
Send me your awards.
All right.